Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, September 29th, 2023. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. The sun beats into my office and studio in the afternoons through an arched window, and it can be brutal. A proper blind is very costly, I found out, but I did find an arch blind on Amazon for only $20, and I'll tell you, it's life-changing. Super easy to install with a tape measure and a sharp kitchen knife, and now I am sun glare free. All right, we do have a bunch of stuff to talk about and a lot of events happening this weekend, so we do need to slide into that weekend. So, shall we? Good news. Jason Billingsley, that wanted man we told you about yesterday from Baltimore City, has been captured. He was arrested in Bowie at the train station by U.S. Marshals, and at the press conference yesterday afternoon, I learned something new. Former Annapolis Alderman from Ward 5, Matt Silverman, is apparently the chief deputy for the U.S. Marshal Service. I haven't seen him in a while, so if you're listening, congrats to you, Matt. Parts of Marley Creek and Glen Burnie are closed until October 5th due to a 10,000-gallon sewage spill. This is near the Gatewater Landings apartments and appears to be caused by a pump failure at that complex. The area is posted with signs, and while it should go without saying, if you have come into contact with that water, wash your clothes and yourself very well. Come Sunday, there's going to be 1,000 bicycles on the roads of Anne Arundel County. It is the 9th annual Lifeline 100, which offers 3 lengths of rides, the longest being 100 miles. That route will take riders from Severna Park, down through Annapolis to Galesville and South County, back to Crofton, Gambles, Odenton, Severn, BWI, and back to Severna Park, pretty much all over the county. The ride starts off just before 7 a.m. and it should be wrapped up by about 2 p.m. But please, riding the roads in the county terrifies me, so use some extra caution. And remember, it is the law that you must give a bike rider 3 feet of clearance while passing. All right, that's a wrap on the news, and I'll tell you, we are chock full of choices for stuff for you to do this weekend. Tonight through Sunday, the Annapolis Symphony Orchestra is kicking off their season with their Masterworks 1 at Maryland Hall. Tickets and season subscriptions, both highly recommended, at AnnapolisSymphony.org. Also tonight through Sunday, the Annapolis Baygrass Festival at Sandy Point State Park. If you like bluegrass, this is the event for you. Tonight, starting at 5:30 p.m. at the Bay Ridge Shopping Center, SOFO, or the South of Forest Drive Business Association, is hosting Movies Under the Stars. It's free, and you can get dinner at Grump's. There will be a live band, lots of fun, and the film will go probably at about 7:30. They say right at dusk. Oh, and the flick this month? Perfect Storm. I guess it's a week late. Saturday and Sunday at the Byzantium Center on Riva Road, it is the Annapolis Homeowners Expo. They're back, and rather than charge admission, they hit us up to sponsor a free admission. So your admission is free and courtesy of Eye on Annapolis. The hours are Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. That is a lot of fun, and if you have a home project, go to the Homeowners Expo. Saturday, we'll see Navy football take on South Florida at 3:30 p.m., and if you're not at the game, be sure to follow our tweets and live blog. The MRE turns 25 on Saturday as well, which is really unbelievable to me, but they are celebrating with a big party in the parking lot of O'Leary's at, predictably enough, the crack of noon. From 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday, if you find yourself up north, the Chesapeake Arts Center, a great organization, is hosting their 9th annual Arts in the Park. It's adjacent to Brooklyn Park Middle School and will have about 60 local art and community vendors, food trucks, live music, and pretty much all things art. And best of all, it is free. Sunday, as I mentioned, is the Lifeline 100 bike ride. I think there are still a few spots left, so if you're into a ride, come join me. You can get info and register at lifeline100.com, and that is the number 100. And if you are out driving and see me on my bike on the road, don't run me over. It's the last thing I need. Sunday is October 1st, and that means it is the first Sunday Arts Festival along that first block of West Street in Annapolis. It does get underway at about 11 and goes until 6 p.m. And finally, tomorrow kicks off the return of Homestead Gardens Fall Festival. Pumpkin patches, tractor rides, apple cider donuts, games, apple cider donuts, petting zoos, apple cider donuts, haunted houses, apple cider donuts. Get what I'm getting at? Shopping, and much more. It does run weekends through October 22nd. I do recommend you get your tickets in advance. You can get them at homesteadgardens.com, but you can also pay when you get there as well. Man, that's a lot of choices for the weekend. I'm personally going to be hitting the Homeowners Expo, the Navy game, the Lifeline 100, and after that, someplace with a cold beer and a juicy burger. Today on Canines and Cross Treks, we meet Renegade and Macy. Renegade is a little bit skittish, but she's a miniature Siberian Husky. Really cute, though. Macy is the sweetest purebred pit bull you're ever going to meet. Both amazing pups and looking for the perfect home. I'm sure you are one of them. Listen to our spot now and then check out eyeonannapolis.net at noon for our irresistible photos and get all of that information on how you can adopt them. And again, don't forget, we have that brand spanking new daily newsletter that features only the top local news stories of the day. We send it out to your email inbox at 7 p.m. every night. Yes, that is 365 days a year, all without a paywall. It's perfect for keeping up with the weekend's news since we don't do a DNB on Saturday or Sunday. Here's a link right here in the show notes. Tomorrow on the Local Business Spotlight, we're going to be speaking with Mike Flanagan, who is the current owner / caretaker of one of the oldest businesses in Annapolis, Weems and Plath. And that's it. Now it's just time to say thank you for listening and putting up with us every day. I do hope that we add some value to your world, and if we do, please leave a review somewhere or tell a friend to give us a listen. We also want to thank our sponsors, Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, Hospice of the Chesapeake, Scout and Molly's, and Alpha Engineering. Well, it is Friday. The weekend is here, and now it is time just to say have a great weekend, be nice to others, do something fun, be careful on the roads, and keep shopping local. Other than that, we'll see you on Monday. Now you need to hang tight because George Young from DC MDVA Weather is here with the only locally forecast weather report you will find, and of course, K9s and Cross Treks, so do hang around for that. All that's coming your way in just a minute.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DC MDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DC MDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DC MDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, September 29th. Not a bad day yesterday for the Annapolis region, and while we might see a little bit of rain shower activity today, we are heading into a very nice stretch of weather from tomorrow into at least Thursday or Friday of next week. Look for mostly cloudy skies today with a chance of a few rain showers, primarily in the AM hours, with slightly breezy winds and highs in the upper 60s to near 70 degrees later this afternoon. Then it's a mix of sun and clouds tomorrow, with highs 70 to 75, with breezy winds out of the north ahead of lighter winds Sunday, with plenty of sunshine and warmer temps in the 75 to 82 degree range. As for next week, the outlook is for sunshine each day through at least Thursday, with highs around 80 degrees Monday and Tuesday, followed by mid to upper 70s Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, that's it for today and this week. This is George Young of DC MDVA Weather. Make it a great day and weekend out there in and around the Annapolis area, especially if headed out to the Baygrass Festival today through Sunday, or the Navy football game tomorrow afternoon, or maybe even the Lifeline 100 bicycle event on Sunday. And be sure to stay healthy and be safe wherever you go and whatever you do. And as always, be sure to follow DC MDVA Weather on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
That can only mean one thing. We're headed to the SPCA of Anne Arundel County with Annapolis Subaru to play with the pups for this week's Canines and Cross Treks. Sponsored by Annapolis Subaru. Higher standards.
Well, back here with Canines and Cross Treks with Kelly and Billy again. And today we're talking with Renegade, who is a husky kind of a...
Yeah. We were told a mini Siberian Husky, and Renegade actually came in with two other puppies, a male and a female. Those two were bonded, but Renegade's kind of on her own.
I don't know if I'd say mini. I'd say like medium.
Well, compared to like a regular size Husky, don't you think she's small?
Now, she can't do the Iditarod, right?
Well, she could. I just don't know how good she'd be at it.
There need to be some some big
you
other
do the Iditarod. It's just whether you would be any help to them, right?
Completing it, doing it. Two different things.
Well, she's really pretty. She's very similar to a friend of mine who's got a dog that's named Scout that was rescued from Kuwait.
Oh, how nice.
And very, very similar facially, but she's got that husky face and the
beautiful eyes.
Yeah.
And the great thing is we actually... when Animal Care and Control, they were having some issues earlier, we actually pulled them from Animal Control, and they've been here, and they,
Renegade wants out.
Well, she's done with us. She's like, we are done with the podcast. Goodbye. But so we've had them, and we've been socializing them and everything, and they're just fabulous. Just wonderful dogs.
She's very friendly, but she seems very
She's a little skittish.
And she's still not sure of everything that's going on, I guess.
And it's probably overwhelming for her. She's only a year old, so...
Sounds like she's been through a lot in her young life.
She has been through a lot. So I think, we're obviously looking for someone with some breed experience and someone who's willing to help train her. We've been doing the best we can here, but obviously getting her home and training in a home environment will be much different.
With their human. Yeah, that makes all sense.
But
oh my gosh,
beautiful
look at that
eyes.
Face.
I mean,
look
at that.
face.
So she's kind of like black and white.
But are they brothers or sisters that are there, or just?
Yeah, but the other two were very bonded, but she wasn't. So
the other two still here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't think Renegade likes being locked in a conference room.
No, she's not.
She wants to run.
She's not totally into this podcast.
She wants out. She's like, "Are we done yet? Can I leave?"
And she's too big to stand on the table for us to take photos of. But
what kind of a home would Renegade be best in?
A home there where people have the breed experience that might know. Huskies are very active and they like to do things. And you want to make sure that you walk them. And I mean, every dog's that way. Yeah. But obviously, there
have a little bit more space to run.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
They're typically good with kids.
Yeah, they can be. I mean, just like other breeds, you just have to, each and every one is different. But so far, she's been super friendly with all of us. Just a little skittish. That's it.
Well, she's beautiful, and I hope she gets a home. If you want to adopt Renegade or come visit with her and check her out, you can go to aacspca.org. I think we're going to take her outside for a little bit of a run. And do we have somebody else that's coming in?
We do. We have Macy. So I'm going to go grab Macy.
Okay, well, let's go out and run with Renegade. That's a good name for that. And then we'll come back with Macy. This is what, Macy?
Yes, this one's Macy.
And she is a pit bull and about, 3 years old, you said?
Yeah, she's 3 years old, and she's a female. And she was surrendered to us needing emergency surgery because she had an obstruction. And so we did get her the surgery, and it was a toy that she was probably supposed to play with and instead decided to eat it.
Well, I'm going to eat that.
Yeah. So she's like, heck with the food. Let me just eat this. So it was an emergency. She's actually great. We spayed her while she was under, which is wonderful. She needed to be spayed also. And ever since, as you can see, she's been super friendly. I've been keeping her during recovery in my office during the day. And she's just little by little kind of come out of her shell and is obviously very social.
She's pretty jacked.
Yeah,
like, it looks like
really
she works out.
She does.
She's pretty fit.
So she was from a breeder. That's what the profile said, is that they did buy her 3 years ago from a breeder. So she's a little stocky thing, as you can see with that big old butt.
Yeah, it stinks though. I mean, we talked about it a little bit last week about, the pets need emergency surgery and how expensive it can be. And, if you can get pet insurance, definitely do that. It's very well worth it. But I mean, that stinks that somebody went for a purebred dog that, obviously bought it from a breeder, probably paid a good penny for it. Yeah. And you're not.
And then you're faced with a quick decision of a huge.
What do we do?
bill.
I mean, that's.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't stress this enough, but I highly recommend the pet insurance.
Yes.
Like, especially if you're getting, a younger dog with no prior medical history, it can save you a ton of money and keep you from having to make that, decision on, a very important member of your family.
Yeah.
Well, I'm loving looking at the SPCA's Facebook page and seeing all the adoptions.
Yes,
all,
we have been busy.
All the ones that
you guys been rolling.
We have been rocking and rolling here.
And there was one. Who was the one that had the ear that was plopping up?
Long body.
Oh, Bash.
It was Bash.
Oh my gosh, wasn't he just the best? And he was just as sweet as he was cute.
What I love grabbing a picture that we took of him doing this and throwing it back up on the Facebook page. Like,
yay, success.
There it is.
Oh, it's so wonderful. We've had so many wonderful people applying, and like you always say, unfortunately only one gets it, so we encourage people to come back, and maybe that just wasn't a great fit, but there's always more coming.
Yeah, maybe if you're applying, have a top 3. If the first one doesn't work out, then look at the next 2 on your list.
But no, I was on your Facebook page and I saw that you guys are begging for food for your food bank.
We are begging. We are definitely begging. I didn't
realize you had a food bank here.
We do have a food bank, and we actually serve over 100 different families with pets, pet food and some supplies whenever we can. And it's getting much bigger and bigger.
Hold on, wait a minute. So this is not food for you guys to feed the dogs?
We've done 2 different posts recently. One is that we need to fill our food bank, and that would be for the families out there that may need it for their animals. And then we also need to fill ours. Oh yeah, we've been doing it for years, and we have a lot of people that need to come here and get their food. So we do our best to keep the animals in their homes as opposed to them having to surrender just because they can't afford food. We have stores like Growls Market is fabulous, and they do a collection for us in both of their stores. So they always come and bring it. Yeah.
And all of it is donated, right?
And that is what's donated. So we use that for our animals and also animals in the community that may need it.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's really
fabulous.
very cool.
Yeah.
So that's hopefully keeping a pet in their forever home.
Yes.
That may be on the cusp of possibly being
surrendered for that reason. And, it's also important. We do have some procedures that are part of that and policies. And that is that we want your animals to be spayed or neutered. And if they're not, when you first come into the program, that, we encourage you to get it done.
To get it spayed
quickly.
and neutered.
Yeah. Because that's
so the animal
that's a requirement.
Doesn't need to be adopted from the SPCA
Correct.
In order to qualify.
Just needs to be fed, and they're having a hard time doing it. So,
that's cool.
We keep them in the program as long as they need to be. But like I said, we also encourage them to not continue to adopt or, get more animals, because it just becomes that much harder for them.
That's wild. Well, I also saw, not on your space, but I saw that it's Pet Wellness Month is October. So it's a good reminder for everybody who's got a pet. If you haven't had them checked out at your vet for a while, go do it. I am going to do that because I've got an indoor cat that doesn't go out. And I will be the first to admit that I'm probably not the best with like the annual checkups.
And the vaccines? How about the vaccines?
Yeah, they're up to date on the vaccines,
Oh, good.
but not the, go in and let's think about scraping the teeth and that type of stuff, which
Right.
I'm not real good about myself. So
October's a big month for pets.
It's a huge month.
I mean, not only
it
does
really
Subaru
is.
love pets,
Subaru, yeah, that
but
is the
also
month they love
Wellness
them.
Month.
the world loves pets.
The world
do.
loves pets.
They
Subaru
do.
loves pets 12 months a year, but especially in October.
And you know who else loves pets on the 8th of October?
Who?
Compass Rose Theater.
Ah, that's right. Sylvia. That is going to be such a fun thing to watch.
What's going on there?
Maryland Hall, Compass Rose Theater has found a home at Maryland Hall up on the third floor. Third floor.
Cool.
It's a very small, very cool little theater. I think she told me the seats like maybe 50.
Yes,
Okay.
that's correct.
And they're producing Sylvia. It opens up this weekend.
This weekend, yeah.
And the October 8th one, which I believe is a Friday night.
It's a Sunday.
Grab a ticket, and a part of that will go back right here on the conference room table.
That's right.
Sweet.
And we're also going to be there. Our mobile unit will be there for about an hour and a half prior to the event. So if you want to show up early and hang out with the animals on our mobile unit, all the adoptables will be on the mobile unit. So that'll be kind of fun too. Because the whole story is about adoption.
Right,
and
right.
things like
Well,
that. So
I
it's
think
kind of
that's,
fun. Yeah.
I think it's cool how you hunt out these little different ways to partner and
Oh
stuff.
yeah. Well, they reached out to us, which is fabulous, to support us, and so that one day the ticket sales, a portion of it will come to us,
back
which
to
is
you.
great.
That's cool.
Sweet.
But I know 30 days in October, though, $100
Yep.
How about that?
flows from Annapolis Subaru's bank account to the SPCA's bank
Yes,
account
it
for every
does.
dog or cat that's adopted.
Yeah.
We got to
Yeah,
rock
Fact or
those
fiction,
adoptions.
Billy?
So
Well, that is fact with a little bit of fiction because it comes from Subaru of America, but we support it for sure. And then also on October 22nd, it's National Make a Dog's Day.
yay!
Subaru made up this thing a
love
few
it.
year ago.
Subaru's like Hallmark,
And it
they
like
just make
blew
all
up
these things.
on the internet. It's like National Make a Dog's Day, so it's if it's geared towards the underdogs, but if you own a dog, you take it out and spoil him or her for the day.
Take her to the park.
A little
take her to Starbucks
park day,
for a
a little
puppuccino.
spa day.
Yeah. Put that
longer
dog in your
walks.
cross track and go.
Yeah,
Throw him a new bone.
Go buy the dog a new car at Subaru.
yeah. Take a
Right?
picture. Hashtag National Make a Dog's Day, and
That's very
tag
cool.
Subaru, and they might feature you on their social
That's
media.
October 20.
October 22nd, National Make
love
a Dog's
that.
Day. Yeah, it's cool. It's all geared towards the underdogs, so the senior dogs, the
Yeah.
dogs with disabilities. The ones that when they get surrendered, especially to places like here,
That's right.
They're less likely to be adopted. It takes a very special person to take on that responsibility.
Which is ridiculous. I did see, also, jumping back to your Facebook page, I saw a senior adopting a senior.
Isn't that cool? Senior for seniors. Isn't that
like it.
fabulous?
So that was pretty. Hey, Billy, question for you. What's a Baja?
A Baja?
Yeah, Subaru Baja.
Well, a Baja used to be a model that Subaru made. It was like a little truck.
Yeah, I saw
Like a
one out in
two-door
front
truck.
of, like in my neighborhood. It was parked there. It was bright yellow.
Yeah.
And I think the guy's like a Subaru fanatic because he's got like the Subaru like club stickers on it,
Oh, yeah.
and of America Club and stuff like
fun.
Yeah,
that.
most Baja owners are Subaru enthusiasts.
Okay.
They're anytime that we even get one in for service, if it's sitting on our lot, we'll get people that'll call in and be like, "Hey, is that Baja for sale?"
Oh no, that's funny.
Yeah. So it's it was a really cool car. We wish they still made it.
I didn't realize that they ever made like sort of a pickup trucky kind of thing other than that Brat.
Yeah.
So it's just a 2-seat, like a bench seat front and nothing.
This thing's got 4 doors.
Yeah, 4
Oh, it
doors.
does? Oh.
Yeah. The bed's not very big. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just a cool little car. The Hyundai actually has a similar kind of car out now. The Santa Cruz.
Learned something new
Check it out.
today.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they're cool. They're cool cars. They're not quite as cool as the Crosstreks or the Foresters or the
That's right.
Outbacks or the Ascents.
They
But
certainly don't have the tech.
they do not have the tech, that's for sure.
But it looks like they all came with that automatic rack on top. To
Yeah,
make it
they're
look sportier.
Yeah, they're cool looking.
Or the safety features. But lights on the base coming up soon.
Yes,
And
it is.
I know. Do you guys have the Annapolis Subaru light thing all set to
We
go
got
at the
it
gate? Ready for
All
that?
the light bulbs are changed and they're ready to go.
Love
we look forward to the car that you're going to bring this year. Or are you going to do the banner? Do you know?
I think we'll probably bring a car.
Okay, cool.
We should be in a
last year you guys
position.
were getting cars sold
we didn't have
so
any
fast.
cars. Yeah,
you didn't have any
I was like, we're going to be
cars.
making a trip out to Sandy Point every day to swap cars out.
But you still had one for lights and leashes, so that was pretty cool.
Yes. So we'll definitely have a car out there. I can't believe that we are creeping up on October.
It's here. They start setting up in a few weeks.
I'm just sitting here looking at calendars. I'm like going, okay. Yeah. I know we're in the holidays before we think about it.
Yes. And it's kind of just a blur because once they start setting up lights on the bay and then we open the week before Thanksgiving. So that'll be fun.
The days are long and the months are short.
There you go.
You all ready for your sustainability panel?
Yeah, I think so.
That's cool. That's October 10th at the
10th.
Chesapeake Bay Trust down in Severn, on Severn Avenue in Eastport, which would be fun to see you
and hear you talk all about it.
All about environmental sustainability and small businesses.
Can you give us a little bit of it right now?
No, I don't want to.
We sit there and laugh about it, but I mean, you guys.
They're everywhere.
You're everywhere you do it. I mean, if you look at how you operate your business and just the business operations part of it, people that you get behind. I mean, you certainly look at all the organizations that need. That are working on sustainability. I mean, you guys are always there in the game. So,
I mean, at the end of the day, we support businesses and charities, in the community that are going to help the community, last, right? We've got children, we've got, a lasting interest or a vested interest in this community. And if we don't do things to keep it the way that it is now or improve it, then, we're not going to have a whole lot
That's right. You appreciate the missions, and that's what's great. I mean, we've been here 103 years, and you guys, as long as I remember, have always
You've been
supported.
here what?
103 years.
3 years?
103 years.
You don't look a day over 75.
Thank you.
What are you, a vampire?
I thought I was starting to show it a little bit.
Had a little bit of work.
Thank you.
Jeez Louise.
Amazing what Botox does. But
has it been that long?
103. Yeah, this building that we're sitting in right now is from 1920.
Oh, my word.
I know it doesn't look that way at all, right?
Yeah, I was thinking 1910.
You were thinking much earlier than that. And what's cool, too, though, is Annapolis Cars in general, you make it convenient for everybody in this town that we live in, that whichever car you do like, I mean, it's great. These dealerships are here, which you don't take, we don't take for granted. It's like, it's easy. You get your car serviced and everything else. And those are the things that people want to stay in town for. Yeah. And you allow us to do that. So that's
and
cool,
some of the money's going to go back to good stuff.
It's just a give and take. So
and
it's
everybody's in town. I mean, it's not a.
Well, that's what I mean.
An owner living out in Park Avenue or something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we've got. We also have a Gateway Subaru, which is down on the Eastern Shore. So we have a lot of customers that, if they're heading to the beach or traveling up to Delaware or New Jersey or whatever, if they run into any issues along the way. They can stop into one of our stores.
Well, if you would like to adopt Renegade, who is just got such a beautiful face and beautiful eyes, needs some calm, chill love.
Yeah, she really does.
Or Macy, who needs about 12 seconds to warm up to you. And
and then she's a love bug.
You can go get them at the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, and it's aacspca.org. And support Annapolis Cars and specifically Annapolis Subaru for all that they do for the community. You can check them out on Old Solomon's Island Road. And you can certainly go online at AnnapolisSubaru.com. And they've got cars from the little Imprezas, which could take like little tiny dogs, to the big Ascents. They could take the big, huge dogs.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like Tempest.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
Tempest.
Ascent fit? Well, definitely get out there. Let's get these pups some forever homes, and let's get some Subarus their forever homes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ready for a new look for those end-of-summer parties? Come see us at Scout and Molly's. I'm Betsy Abraham. My mom and I own and operate this great little boutique at the Annapolis Town Center. Come enjoy a fun, in-person shopping experience with a bonus, real customer service. We'd love to help you pick out the perfect outfit for back-to-school Annapolis boat shows and nights out with your friends. Scout and Molly's, Annapolis Town Center. Thanks for shopping local.
Advanced illness decisions aren't always easy. Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, wants you to know you do have a choice over who provides care, what type of care, and when and where your loved one receives that care. Learn more at hospicechesapeake.org.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.